Yes, hello, it's Spooky Lake Month where we're doing 31 days of haunted hydrology. And considering that 8 more houses just fell into the ocean this week, we need to talk about the Outer Banks. Along almost the entire coast of North Carolina, the Outer Banks are a fragile string of barrier islands that have almost always been struggling to stay above water. The current chaos unfolding here is no coincidence. It's the same force that earned this place its nickname, the Graveyard of the Atlantic. There are more than 5,000 shipwrecks just off the coast here. Everything from pirate ships and Spanish galleons to Civil War era ironclads and World War II freighters. Even Blackbeard's own ship, the Queen Anne's Revenge, ran ashore here in 1718. But these wrecks aren't just bad luck, they're the result of an ever-shifting landscape. The Outer Banks are almost completely made of sand, which are always moving, eroding, and rebuilding. The sand you see in the shallow areas of the water is known as a shoal. The gentle slope of the continental shelf here makes it easier for sand to be pushed up from deeper waters. Wave and tidal action then move all of that sand around in shallow areas, making it unpredictable for sailors who are trying to navigate here. To add to the mix, this is where the warm, fast-moving waters from the Gulf Stream converge with the cold Labrador Current. So the water can be incredibly turbulent here without even having a hurricane. Combined with the ever-shifting ocean floor, you get shipwrecks. However, these days the ocean isn't just satisfied with ships, now it's coming for houses. When waves approach the beach on an angle, it carries sand and sediment up the beach in a zigzag pattern. This is called longshore drift. Over many years, this process can move entire beaches. In this picture, you can see where the shoreline used to be in 1852. Look, they even had to move this lighthouse before it was eaten by the sea. So these houses were not built onto the beach, they were built behind a protective wall of dunes. However, rising seas and constant erosion have eaten away at those protections. Over the last 4 years, at least 24 homes have been utterly destroyed by these natural forces. And while some of these homes are demolished before the sea can take them, most leave behind splintered debris and miles of wreckage, not to mention what got sucked into the ocean. The Graveyard of the Atlantic isn't just for ships anymore. 6 out of 10 spookies.